Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Bola Abioye, and can you believe that it is 2024, guys? Like 2024. Anyway, it's a new year. My motto for this year, or my new year resolution, the essence of everything, is to become a softer girl. Like, I'm entering my softer girl era, and if you knew me before, you probably have a good idea of the fact that if you know me in person, I have like that, if I do say so myself, I have like that soft girl vibe, like soft girl energy. I don't like stress, I like to chill. I'm definitely that kind of person on like a general note. However, when I say I want to become a softer girl, I know for different people it kind of means different things. For some people, it just means like taking trips, spending more money. Different people really mean different things when they say that. Some people mean it in relation to like relationships, that sort of thing. Like, just, I suppose it depends on where you are at in life and where you're looking to go towards. That would be the function of what you mean by being like a soft girl or being in your soft girl era. So anyway, for me, I would just like to use this video to explain to you what I mean by being a softer girl. Okay, so generally, I do feel like in life, I have managed to like do something, and I've managed to like form routines and habits over the years, and those habits sort of like keep me now. Like, at every point I know what my attitude to be towards work. I have my work ethics, I have my skincare routine, I have my gym routine, I read books, which is something that I love to do. I just basically like do stuff. I have travel plans. I've become that kind of person that I've always looked to be, right? So I've managed to do all these things. I'm actually like happy with my outcome, my routines, the little things, the big things, like having a skincare routine, understanding what I'm doing morning, night, finally understanding what I want to do in terms of like a beauty routine in relation to my career as well, and the limitations of what I can do and what I can't do when it comes to like beauty routines. Like, I can't fix my nails being a hand therapist. Anyway, that's about that. So I've been able to like define what is and what things are not for me, right? And yeah, I am quite happy with that. I'm also happy with things like my personal finance and all that. I'm not saying like I'm exactly where I want to be, but I believe that in life, and if you read a book that I read and I shared a bit on my Instagram story, Atomic Habits, you get to understand that in life, your goals is not what determines where you get to, like the heights you get to and all that. It is more about your routines, right? So if you have the right routines, like, it's inevitable that whatever you're trying to achieve will then be easier. So like, instead of like just having goals like, okay, I want to become a fit person, why not have a routine, or more like a system, as explained in that book, where you know that every Thursday and every Saturday you go to the gym, say in the morning by 6 a.m. So if you do that, inevitably you end up becoming like a very fit person if you keep up with that, if that's what works for your body. Of course, if you need to go 3 times, that's different, but just like sort of having routines, that is really the way to like win at life. And I feel like I've finally been able to like develop routines around the things that I love. And honestly, like, over the years, trying to do those things, trying to like move different countries or move to another country, and like maybe building a career and like making, hard choices or difficult choices rather, that like puts you in a position where like you have like tried relatively like hard, and like there's like that hard part of you where like you're just like maybe more competitive and all that, in spite of the fact that you're more of a feminine kind of girl. Like, that can also be the case for you, and that's what I found for myself. So although I'm a soft girl in some areas, I even want to become like a softer girl, and I'll tell you exactly what I mean by going through like the list of things that I plan to do to become a very softer girl. Okay, so like I said before, I am really happy with the things that I can control in life, like my routines, how my days go, and kind of what I do, what my commute is like. Happy, right? So like, I believe in like self-development. Like, I'm obsessed with self-development, if you don't know. And so like, my aim is to just become better year in, year out, and that's why it's important for me. And I took like a break over like Christmas and New Year to assess what I've done over last year and what I need to like work on and that sort of thing. And I just decided that, yeah, this would be it for me. I took an assessment. I did a self-assessment, and I just realized, like, look, this is the kind of person I want to become, and this is what I need to do to get there, right? And to be honest, it's like the simplest things, like really simple things, yeah, to just make me like who I plan to become. When people say soft girl era, most of the time they're talking about more external things, or material things, or like getting a designer bag, which is nice. Like, you know, doing all those things are quite nice. However, for me this year, I'm looking to like look more inwards and like work on me inwards, and like, you know, just become this like nicer, happier version of myself than I am already. And I think it's also important for me as like because I think of I want kids. I know I want kids in life, and I feel like if you're going to be a parent also, like even while you're single, you need to have some sort of emotional stability. And entering into this softer girl era, that is something that I want for myself. I've always been emotionally stable, but I know that there are like things that I can work on, and that is what I'm looking to do this year. Okay, and that leads me to the first thing that I plan to do to become a softer girl. And the first one for me is to stop overthinking. So I can be an overthinker, and honestly, even I'm a Christian, so like even the Bible says, I think by thinking can you add 1 cubit to your stature or something. So like, I mean, what would thinking do for you? Like, I thinking and strategizing is great, but like when it gets to like territories of overthinking, like overthinking about friends, about family, about all that, it just stresses you out, right? So I am looking to bring down all my stress levels to like 0. Even when I say overthinking, I don't think I'm like at 80% or even 50%. Maybe I'm like a 30% kind of overthinker. So I'm looking to bring that down to like 0. Okay. I mean, like, I'm turning 27, I'm a woman, like I need to be like really soft and not an overthinker. Okay, I need to really like bring it all down, like just be like really calm in myself, and like be more mindful about my surroundings, about my environment. Because if you're an overthinker, you'd realize that life would happen and just pass before your eyes. Like you wouldn't really be experiencing life in each moment. Instead, you'd be, you know, in the future or in the past. And for me, no, that's a no. I will stay in the present. Okay, so no overthinking for me this year. And I've been quite intentional about it. Honestly, if you have a resolution for 2024, and today is January 7th, is it? Correct me if I'm wrong. But if you haven't, there's no sign of you doing that. I don't want to say it's too late, but like, get on it quickly. Like, years fly by. I've not learned from like 2023, and even like since 2020, everything has just like flown by. Can you remember COVID? Feels like yesterday, doesn't it? Anyway, so like, get on it quickly. Okay, so overthinking, that is an important one for me. The second one for me is really cultivating my female friendships. So like for me, I'm a girl's girl, right? But over the past like 2 years or so, I've been prioritizing like something. So like some friends I met along the way, maybe I've not been able to be honest, I have cultivated from some friendships, but maybe I haven't cultivated others in like ways I'd like to. And even some like newer friendships, like just really pouring into that, because like, hey, these are like new people in this phase of your life. You have like old friends you've invested in and all that, but when you like move to like maybe a different country, different city, whatever, and you meet new people, it's very important that you pour into them, because like in life, we're not designed to do life alone. We need all that support and all that. So honestly, I plan to actually pour into my female friendships. Okay, and going back to the overthinking, the whole point is like, whatever you can't control, like, why think about it? So that is my mantra. I will control what I can, I'll do my best, and most of what I can control is myself. So control myself, how I react to situations, how I behave, what my responses would be, what my boundaries would be, etc. Okay, now going back to what I was saying about cultivating female friendships. So like, I'll be saying more yes to things. So if you see me on my Instagram, and by the way, follow me on Instagram, I'm at _able_. If you see me on my Instagram really having a good time with friends, like really going on the staycations and like hen do's and all that, yeah, you just know what it is. Like, being a softer girl, I really want to like support my friends. I really want to like be there for them. I think it's like very important, and it's like also for me, like it's a feminine thing. I actually feel refreshed when I hang out with like minds, and it's just really refreshing, honestly. So I plan to cultivate my friendships more than ever and just like be there for them. My mantra is, when it comes to like friends, and when I mean friends, those are like people you vetted, and even like acquaintances that are sort of going into like the friend stage, and people like you vetted. Sometimes friendships happen quickly, sometimes it happens like slower, right? Like even the ones that, as long as like I trust them, like I'm saying yes, like whatever you invite me for, I'm probably saying yes, as long as like, you know, it's within my budget. Okay, but I'm definitely saying yes. I'm definitely like going to like stick, I'm going to like be there for my friends and just like have a good time this year. Yeah, that's one of the things I'll be doing. So it's not like a career goal or anything, and it makes me really excited for the year, because then I'm just going to like do all these things that I really love, and it makes me really, really happy and excited for the year. The next thing is to become kinder to myself and others. I think one of my New Year resolutions, and it all falls into being a softer girl really, is like listening more to people. Sometimes like I respond quickly without actually taking in what the person asks me and all that. So now I'm taking a moment to like listen, and I think a component of listening sometimes is taking things in and making sure you understand. Sometimes asking people to repeat themselves, I do that. So like listening to people, hearing what they have to say, and answering based on like what they've actually asked me, versus like answering based on what I think they asked me. So like, yeah, like listening is like a big one for me, because I think it's also important to make people around you to feel understood and loved and like respected. So I'm going to definitely be listening more this year, and then speaking in response to that. You don't always have to jump in and arguments and all that. I hope this can be useful for someone to, when you're making like goals, lists of goals for the year, because we always think that goals that like maybe are career goals and bring us money etc are the most valuable goals. But if you think about it, if you just zoom out of life for a bit, it's like zoom out of your life and look at the bigger picture. We are all here for like I think in the end we're here to like make connections, and money that we earn, I suppose we are working to live rather than living to work. That's how it should be, right? Like your work shouldn't be like the bane of your existence. I don't think so. I think like it's a part of your life that makes life easier, but like you're working to live, right? So when you're living, you can't afford not to be like kind and nice and calm and just like good to people. So yeah, I plan to be like very kind, and like a big component of that for me is like listening more. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but listening more, respecting people in my life, and just like being kinder, also being kind to myself. I've always been kind to myself to a large extent. I'm not the kind of person that'll necessarily beat myself up every time when little things happen. I think I've grown past that, but sometimes I'll still beat myself up about some things, like maybe I didn't reach my savings goal or so, maybe whatever. So anyway, that is a big one for me, and for me I think that would definitely make me a softer girl. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Okay, so another one for me is like going for like little treats that actually make me happy, right? So like I know like for beauty routines and all that, I know that I've come to a place where I think like for me, I don't know if things like lash extensions, if I want to be getting at this stage in my life, because I've stopped for a while and I've been like really like cultivating my natural lashes, using like mascara and all that, and like my lashes have been looking good. They've been growing. They look like little hybrid short lashes when I use like a mascara, and they just elevate my look the same way that like short hybrid lashes would look like. So I'm like, why do I then need to do that if like I already have nice black lashes that I could like curl up with mascara? So I don't know, for me, I'll be saving money on that. I have been if I have a special occasion I could do something longer, but on a general basis, and apart from that, my shower head doesn't even make it easy for me to like maintain lashes. So anyway, I know for my male listeners that probably doesn't make sense, but anyway, so I'm actually choosing things. The point is I'm choosing things based on things that actually make me happy, not just things that society says you should do. I think like everyone is going crazy these days. Everyone is trying to do everything. Everyone is trying to do everything society asks them to do. Like you should get Botox, you should get fillers, you should get like lashes done, you should get bro, like really, like when would the trends end? I feel like you need to pick the things that actually elevate your look. I don't have anything against these things. I just think pick the things that elevate your look, and the things that are not necessarily for you, there's no point doing that, right? It's like, don't go with trends. I don't believe that. I wouldn't be doing that personally. I'm going to do things that it's just a shame that I can't do my nails because, you know, physiotherapy. But yeah, I'll be doing things that I actually love, like things like going to the spa. I like a massage. I like being in the spa, so I'll be doing that. I would be getting more pedicures. I do that already. I'll get more pedicures. I'll just like really do things that make myself happy. I would zoom out and like really relax and really rest and all that, and just do this like nice feminine things. Give myself a treat. Go get my sewing. So like, I know some people get fillers, Botox, whatever. I don't, but yeah, I love a sewing. I love like fuller hair, and my natural hair, I love it. It's great. I need to carry it sometimes, and sometimes I think I feel like I need to do more protective styles to just protect my natural hair and like keep looking like good. So I would be getting sewings this year, or more like an LA weave that I could just like pack up and looks like my natural hair. So I'll be doing that this year. It's not time yet. I have like my timelines for everything, but I can't really wait to get into that routine where I'm just like happy with, like, I've transformed my like look, not exactly transform, but like I've elevated my look in a way that makes me happy. So that is my plan, and so look out for that. I don't know, I may be showing you my hair journey. My natural hair is like 12 inches anyway. I'm quite happy with it. I carry it sometimes. Some other times, like I said, I feel the need to like protect it because it's like quite fragile. So I'll try to do like sewings, protect, and then whenever I need to use my natural hair, it to be out again. Anyway, that is about that. So those are some of the things, little treats that I would be giving myself. Okay, and another thing for me is I would definitely be like taking on more hobbies, right? So I'm taking on more hobbies. I think I've been like this serious person, and I've had to be, yeah, especially when you move to a new country and then you need to adjust to things, a new system of working, blah blah blah. Yeah, so I'll be taking up new hobbies. I'm not sure what they'll be yet. I may start Pilates, but to be honest, I don't think I necessarily need Pilates, but I'll see. And I did Pilates last year, to be fair, but like more concentrated like routine, like 2 times a week kind of like routine and all that. Maybe like scrap the gym and just do Pilates, because I do a lot of cardio in my everyday life anyway. I do love walking, all that. So I would see what works for me. I may end up doing Pilates as like a hobby, because I actually like fitness as a hobby, to be honest. And I may just pick up other things as hobbies. I'm not sure what they'll be there yet, but if you have any hobbies, just like leave them in the comment section for me. But I think I may pick up baking and like, you know, that kind of stuff, like baking, maybe knitting, but baking, yes, because I do like food and I like well prepared food. And I remember some like delicacies that were made when I was in like secondary school, and like our Omecon teacher would like make this really nice fish pie, and I remember our recipe actually, and I think of it sometimes, and I think like baking and all that would just bring back some memories for me. And so I'm thinking about it more often, and I'm thinking I'll do that this year. I will update you guys probably on my Instagram story, so follow me on Instagram to see that, okay? But I think this is something I may really embrace this year, because like, yeah, to be fair, sometimes I get like some free time, and I think baking would definitely make me happy. And on the overall, I just plan to preserve my energy, keep being happy, just chuck out whatever is like causing any toxicity in my life. Right now, I don't feel like I'm in a place where I have any toxicity. I plan to keep that way, and that comes from like boundaries and all that. If you want me to make a video about boundaries, leave a comment in the comment section. Yeah, I'm just like really happy, and I plan to stay that way, preserve my energy by doing all the things I've talked about. Let me know if your plans are similar to mine. Leave a comment in the comment section. By the way, please guys, do not forget to subscribe, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up so more people can see it. I would really appreciate that. I'm trying to get to 500. I know I'm always trying to get something, but I'm really trying to get to 500. And to really help my channel, if you give me a thumbs up and you subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.